Identity V is a competitive mobile game that pits one hunter player against 4 survivor players. The objective of the survivor players is to complete 5 cipher machines, then open one of 2 exit gates and escape. The hunter player must catch as many survivors as they can and put them on rocket chairs as a means of eliminating them. When a survivor is put on a rocket chair, they must be rescued in 60 seconds or else they are eliminated from the game. Being put on rocket chairs 3 times will instantly eliminate a survivor. Because of this, rescuers are the most important role on the survivor team. First officer is generally considered one of the best rescuers in the game, and in this guide, I will go over how to play first officer in an effective way. Every single player is given access to the persona web where they can choose to bring passive abilities that help them in-game. First officer, like most rescuers, should bring Tide Turner, which can be found at the very bottom of the persona web. First officer should also always bring Borrowed Time, which is found in the far right of the web. Then, first officer should bring Exit Path, which has a heart icon and can be found on the left branch of the web. Finally, first officer should bring Companion Effect, which has the icon of 2 survivors running with each other. There will be 4 more persona traits that you can choose based on personal preference. One of the most important things to keep in mind when playing Rescuer is to rescue before 30 seconds or the halfway mark. If you rescue before half, the rescued survivor will have another 30 seconds on chair before getting eliminated if they get caught again, allowing for a second rescue. If you rescue after half, the survivor will be eliminated immediately after they get chaired. Certain hunters have abilities to delay rescues in order to force after half rescues, so be sure to rescue at around the 20 to 25 second mark. Beware that if you are hit while rescuing, the hit will deal double damage, which is not good. It is best to take a hit before rescuing. First officer is equipped with 2 pocket watches that allow him to hypnotize hunters in a certain range. The hypnosis status effect will make first officer go invisible to the hunter and will show a false image of the first officer to the hunter. Each hypnosis will last 10 seconds, but first officer can hypnotize a hunter 3 times with 1 watch. Any damage first officer takes during hypnosis will be delayed 5 seconds, and hypnosis will end prematurely when first officer interacts with the chair. When rescuing with first officer, it's best to use the first hypnosis to get close to the chair, use the second to stall a little, and then rescue before using the third hypnosis to get away safely. Like Polonius tells his son Laertes, give thy thought no tongue, nor any unproportioned thought his act. You must be completely unpredictable, or else you become significantly weaker. First officer is really strong because hunters will always guard the chair and the area near the chair, and first officer's ability allows him to avoid the hunter with ease. First officer can also use his third hypnosis to avoid getting attacked after the rescue, which many rescuers cannot do. Finally, the 5-second damage delay means that even if he is hit during the rescue animation, first officer can still rescue without issue. First officer has 3 passive traits that both help and hinder his effectiveness. Whenever first officer rescues a survivor, that survivor will also look like first officer for 10 seconds. This isn't nearly as effective as one would think, but it's really cool when it works. When first officer is chaired for the first time, he gets eliminated 20% slower. This means that it will take 72 seconds to eliminate him and 36 seconds to pass the halfway line. This passive ability goes away when first officer is rescued. This trait makes it so that often hunters won't even bother chasing first officer early game since it takes so long for him to get eliminated. His final trait is a flat 20% reduction in his decoding speed. This is a downside, but it is a necessary one to make up for how strong he is. Also, the reduction is reduced by 7% for each pocket watch first officer uses. In other words, after using his first watch, first officer only decodes 13% slower, and after using his second watch, he only decodes 6% slower.